I've not lost the irony by talking about procrastination while procrastinating to you guys while I'm doing it. This was all staged up. I'm trying to avoid buying a new lens for my camera by this little alarm bell going off in my head going, Dan, you have to pay tax at the end of the month. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but certainly in the UK, if you're self-employed or even if you just have some kind of other income, you'll know you have to do your tax return. Has to be submitted by the 31st of January. And you normally have quite a horrendous bill to pay. So I keep thinking, I've got money, I could afford this lens, I could buy this nice new lens, and then I'm thinking, nah, they're gonna take it all off me and blow it all on. Let's not talk about politics. So hi, welcome to today's vlog. Sorry, we've kind of not been keeping up with the amount of vlogs I want to do in a week. It has been an absolutely crazy week. Tuesday, I was in Parliament for a special event, which also coincided with the big Brexit vote, which was voted down. So I was actually in the Palace of Westminster when that happened. I can't tell you too much about some of the stuff I was doing, but suffice to say, it was nice to be in the centre of things, but a bit crazy. It was Charlie's birthday on Wednesday, so that kind of disrupted all my week. And before I know it, we've got to Friday and I've only done one vlog for you, which was about the blues, but I forgot to include my favourite clip that I wanted to use for the DF Blues.
You know, you play pretty well for someone with no real problems.
Yeah, but I don't feel any better.
The blues isn't about feeling better. It's about making other people feel worse and making a few bucks while you're at it.
Make other people feel worse. That was never going to be a political slogan, was it? But it's been great to hear some of the hashtag DF Blues. I want to hear more though. We've got till the end of the month. Remember, the best one wins a Coffee with Dan mug. Not that great a prize, I know, but what I wanted to talk about today, and again, it's not a sponsored video. This is just an app that has really helped me, and it's called Todo Ist. I am terrible. Well, I wouldn't say I'm terrible, but I am spinning so many plates so many times in doing different roles, different jobs, that it's really difficult sometimes to keep on top of things. I mentioned before in this book by Cal Newport, I'll link it below, about deep work. I really want to go back and read that book again because he is so right. We are... You know, as someone who is almost a native for digital media, I am of that last generation that can remember, that had their teenage years before mobile phones. You know, I didn't get a mobile phone until I was 17, and it was very rare to have a mobile phone at that age. Whilst I see the tremendous benefits we get from the technology, I also see the dangers of the technology. And you know, suddenly not being able to concentrate on things, not being able to complete tasks, not being able to get things done is a real difficulty that I know I struggle with, and I know thousands of other people do. They did this little thing, little video where they went through all the different things that I've done. I like that idea. I like the way kind of being able to see when you've been more productive. Obviously, you know, some tasks keep going on and on and on, but it's great to be able to just list tasks, just be able to have. I used to do this thing where I used to draw a kind of square, 4 squares on a piece of paper for each of my jobs and list things through, but I often found that I didn't have the piece of papers there with me when I needed them. The great thing about the app is you get it on the computer, also on the iPad, also on the phone, and it links across. It also gives you a daily digest email. I like the way I can create lists with different deadlines. I can do things and schedule things on a weekly task. So one of the things I have leading up to this concert I've got in Cambridge, the first one of my 1959, the year that changed jazz concerts. I'm basically setting tasks kind of every Wednesday. I want to be practicing Goodbye Pork Pie Hat, transcribing bits of it. Every Tuesday I want to be looking at Mr. PC or Giant Steps or things along that, just reminding me every single day. So because I'm looking at the screen, I do spend a lot of time looking at screens, I'm aware of that, but at least it keeps giving me that little elbow nudge to say, come on, Dan, you need to be able to do it, and then you can cross off the list, and it gives you little reward points and stuff like that. I just find I find it the most useful productivity app that I've had. Maybe there's a better one knocking around, but certainly, and given the amount of times you see certain adverts, I'm sure, in front of my videos for certain other project management tools, it's definitely worthwhile doing. So I'd highly recommend Todo Ist. One of my tasks that I have on Todo Ist today is to get some practice done.
Able to be maintained.
I'm kind of procrastinating watching YouTube videos. I have been teaching since you last saw. I had a break for lunch, more lessons, but I really am struggling with the finger and I don't know what to do. I kind of, part of me is saying, you're in pain, stop playing. Part of me is going, well, just keep going, but the obvious thing is when I stop playing, I'm not in pain anymore. But I've got too many really important gigs coming up in the next few months, including a gig on Sunday. There's definitely a bit of self-loathing with it, because if you go back to when I broke it, I kind of went back too soon onto the instrument. I know I did. Part of the problem with not doing as many vlogs recently is losing the Canon G7X, because it is the camera I really like to shoot outside on. So a lot of the videos you're seeing at the moment, you're not seeing outside of the studio, because I don't like taking that DSLR out. The other thing is as well, do you not find that if there's one person you can be really angry at, it's yourself? And that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I direct a lot of that anger inwards. I'm annoyed at myself for 2 years ago for kind of coming back too soon with the finger, pushing it a little bit. But I think maybe I need to investigate some better warm-ups and things before I start playing. I do warm up, you know, do the standard hand exercises and things, but I don't know, I feel if I put more barriers in the way of practice, it's just going to get even harder to do. I've got an hour before my next student arrives. It's good to be busy, but sometimes I'd like a day off, which I've not had this week. So, and I won't get next week, but maybe the week after.
What have you been doing? Well, hopefully we can answer that with this short montage of what you can expect over the next 13 weeks.
It's a new sensation.
Whoa, where are you?
What is it? It's organic palm oil, very slippery. It's the revenge of the urban farmer.
What's he done?
There is nothing well done.
You do know it's palm oil that's ruining life for the world's orangutans.
Only this one.
Come on. Short shifting into the
I did really enjoy Amazon's hit car show. Clever hashtag as well. Rick, it was in your town, and anybody else who's in Detroit who watches and subscribes, it was in your town, so you should definitely check out the first episode of the new series. And let's face it, it's good fun, isn't it? I mean, it's just blokes messing around, but the cinematography is second to none. I really think the camera work and the editing that goes into that program is just sensational. One day I aspire to get a 10th of their quality, or a 1,000th of their quality of some of the cinematography and stuff that they do in that. So, anyway, don't forget to send me your hashtag DF Blues challenge. Nothing kind of weird or marketing or funny in that one, but please do get your blues recorded. It doesn't have to be the blues that I set up. The link is below. It can be a minor blues or any other kind of blues that you want to do. Just stick it up there. Let's have some blues being played by all you guys. Don't forget to check out my last vlog here. This is what I was up to this time last year. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you don't already. I will see you next week with a new vlog, and keep your Q&A questions coming in and your ideas for reviews. Loads of new stuff coming in 2019 for reviews, including mouthpieces, reeds, reed guards, loads and loads of other stuff, wing controllers, loads of stuff coming your way in 2019. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.